Okay, ready? Travis, ready? Travis. So call to order the regular scheduled meeting for Tuesday, May 17th at 6:30 p.m. 6:30 right now. Pledge of allegiance, please.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Mr. Smelter.
Anthony,
Here.
Katie.
Here.
Chuck.
Here.
Tim.
Here.
Shane.
Here. Items from board members tonight. Let's see, we got our bus inspections. Good job, Mr. Moreland. Looked like a pretty good, yeah, I don't know where we went. Pretty good inspection. I see Marcia's gonna talk about, she's not here tonight, but heard a lot of raging reviews on Miss Myers' musical. So definitely want to extend a thank you to her and a job well done. And we also had, since the last board meeting, we've had Teacher Appreciation Week and Administrative Professionals Day. And just want to thank all our staff for everything they do here each and every day for the students. They do amazing things here and we appreciate y'all very much. So, thank you.
And Nurses Week for Nurse Kristen.
What is it? Oh. So, anybody else? Introduction of guests and public participation. First, we have Mr. Mickey with a presentation on athletic tickets pricing.
Okay, really just a quick overview. Want to increase the ticket package pricing for our family passes, our adult passes, our student passes, the stuff that's going to get you in for all the sports and all seasons. With ticket prices going up, BBC, league-wide, everything's going up $1. So what was $4 for a student ticket is going to be $5. What was $6 for an adult ticket is going to be $7. Everything's going up across the board. Plus, we're adding home varsity football games. So with that, just kind of an across the board increased our ticket packages, so they're kind of in line with those prices. So the family pass, which is still, it's going to include all the new varsity football games and entry into volleyball, boys basketball, girls basketball, which are all going to be increasing $1. That package for the family is going up $50. So $2 to $250. The adult pass, which is going to include all the same sports it did before, with the addition of football, is going to $15. And along with the rest of them, that includes all the sports, the student pass, the Golden Eagle, all those are going up 15. And then as far as the reserve seating, those are only going up 10 because it only includes basketball, boys basketball. That's what we have reserve seats for, is boys basketball. So I figure there's 10 to 12 home games per season. How many home games do we have exactly this season? Do you know off the top of your head? Yeah. Well, so 12 games, I went up $10 for those to cover the dollar increase in price. So each of those is going up $10. That's kind of in line, so that we still have, neat numbers. I didn't want to, $22 for reserve seating with the pass. I thought that looked kind of fun. So it's just went up $10. So that's 20 and 70 respectively for those board members. I think you have those there, those numbers in front of you. That's what I have. I thought that was pretty simple. If there's any questions. All right.
Next to be Mr. Travis Creek with a presentation of the technology plan.
Hi, everyone. So looking to the future, we have a new plan in place that is going to be a 5-year plan versus the 4-year plan that we had before, to keep up to date with our computers. If you look at the packets I gave you, we are going to introduce kindergarten Chromebooks that have touchscreens available, which would help them transition from touch devices to the keyboard, which I've talked to many staff, the tech team, and that's kind of what we came up with. And then 3rd grade is also going to get introduced Chromebooks. And all these devices are going to follow them through for the next 5 years. And 8th grade is going to get new devices, but they're going to be Windows devices because we all agreed that when you get into the older grades, the Windows devices can offer more. You can have Windows or Microsoft Office. There's more with science, other things that need to be installed. So we just thought that would be the best choice, and they're going to be more expensive, the devices in the 8th grade, but we wanted to give them more speed, and the computers we believe will last longer. And so with the device costing a little bit more, instead of $35 that we charge, we are going to charge $50 to help cover that cost. But even doing that and offering at the very end of their senior year, the offer to purchase their laptop, which we're doing right now, for an additional $50, we're still coming in at a loss for the school with the devices. But we just believe that the kids need these devices. They need to be able to have something to do their schoolwork and learn the best of it. Also, we're at the end of the lifespan of the staff laptops that we have right now. So I propose to purchase some new devices. I've talked to most of the staff and kind of came up with something that would be satisfactory to everybody. And you can see that on the sheet. And taking all this into consideration, there is also the ECF funding that is available throughout the United States. And I've worked with a company, and they kind of helped guide me through how that works. So with the staff devices, they'll cover up to $400 per device. So we were able to go with something a little bit more expensive, but it would have everything that they need. And all the student devices, it would cover them too, if we get this ECF funding. But it would not cover the kindergarten because the devices aren't taken out. So that's the only catch why we can't cover those. But every year we do get REAP money, which is $40,000 a year, and that would cover the majority of all this. So if you look on there, I've kind of broken it down for this following year. The total cost for all of these devices is about $117,930. And ECF funding would cover $67,230. The REAP funding, there's $40,000. And really, the end cost to the district is only $10,700 for the subcompany. So I didn't think that was too bad coming down from 117. And after that, you can see some of the subscription services that we have. I just like to list that and keep you all aware of that. This past December, we did an upgrade on our phone system. Before we had this last system, it was the old, just analog telephone system. And so we got VoIP telephones, and it's just basically through Ethernet, through the internet here at the school. But that was in 2007, so I think we've done pretty good using that system. And Cisco actually dropped support for everything that we had, so we were forced to upgrade our phone system. So we did that this past December with the help of Nuwaka. They were amazing to work with, and we got that taken care of. And last on my list is I got a few thank yous. I'd like to say a thank you to Deb Myers. She's been volunteering her time updating our school website, posting to Facebook and Twitter for us. She goes above and beyond with her attention to detail, organization, and professionalism. She has been a tremendous help to the technology department. And I'd also like to thank Marcia Geiser. She's kind of my second command with technology here. She's, for all her hard work, keeping the tech department running, especially when I'm not here. She's learned a lot. She's the most dependable, organized, and trustworthy person I could ask for. Not to mention kind, thoughtful, and positive. She's a huge asset to our school. And finally, the tech team, which is made up of some of the staff here. They've been a huge help in trying to determine the devices that we've got moving forward. They spend extra time on top of their busy days to give input, help make decisions about our future here. The members of the tech team are Abby Apple, Aubrey Ranger, Barb Waldron, Brooke Hireman, Don Slamko, Marcia Geiser, Sarah Lizzie, and Sharon Dietz. So I just wanted to thank you guys. I appreciate all your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Travis. I did have one question. When you were,
Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't miss the question.
you had talked about getting these new devices to help with the speed because a lot of our computers are very slow when the students are using them.
Yeah.
Are the new devices going to solve that issue, or is that issue twofold? Is that issue something with devices and also with our provider and our?
I believe that it's just the device. I believe our internet here is blazing fast. If you would do a speed test here compared to at home, you would be blown away by it. The huge difference. The upload download speed here is crazy. So tip to anyone, if you have some uploading or downloading to do, go to the parking lot here at the school and use the guest Wi-Fi. Use it because we got this speed here. So.
Does it reach your house, Travis?
Yeah, it doesn't reach out, but I wish it did.
Homer's got it.
Yeah.
I do have one more question.
Yes, go ahead.
So the $50, I know some students, like once they get to high school, they have their own laptop. Is that still an option for them to use? Do they still
Yeah,
pay the $50 for one or? if they
that's,
don't-
that is fine. If they pay every year the $50 and then they're a senior and then wish to like purchase their computer, that kind of is like, okay, you've paid this, all this money, kind of like an incentive for them to use it. But yeah, if somebody wants to use their own computer, that's completely fine. There's two downsides to that. If you have a personal computer, you won't be able to print to our printers here at the school for security reasons. So you would have to jump on one of our desktops, maybe in a lab or something, and you wouldn't have access to any shared folders or anything on the server here. That'd be.
I'm assuming if they're running faster and working perfectly, that people probably won't be going out and buying their own as much.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping.
Because I think that was, yeah, kind of the reason for that is kids were getting frustrated. So hopefully this will solve that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Travis. Next, we got Mr. Michael Ryan speaking, and for that, we will be going into an executive session for complaints against a public employee. So I will need a motion to adjourn to executive session. Tim, a second. Second by Keith. Roll call, Mr. Schmelzer.
Chuck?
Yep.
Katie?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Shane?
Yes.
6:44.
Yes. You're getting
Turn to regular session at 7:26. Now we'll open, is there any other participation tonight? Anybody would like to speak? We'll move on to the business portion, and we have to adjourn into executive session. I need a motion to adjourn into executive session for the discussion of personnel. By Shane, second, Chuck.
Yeah.
Roll call, Mr. Smelter.
Katie, Chuck,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Anthony.
Yes. 7:27. Thirteen, Mr. Smelter.
Yes.
And it's up to you, treasurer's report.
Okay, item A under the treasurer's report, we have the minutes from the April 19th, 2022 regular meeting. Financial statements and investments from April that you have in your packets. I will come back to item C. Item D, approving appropriation additions as follows: 131,000 general fund, 153,000 in other funds. And going back to the 5-year forecast that you have in front of you, we'll point out a number of different items on here. You do have the actual numbers on the left side of the forecast there for fiscal years 19, 20, and 21. Those are actual numbers that from the past 3 years. And on the right side there, you see the next 5 years for the forecasted numbers, which are projected for this current fiscal year that we are about to end, and then the next 4 as well. Line 2.08 on your forecast is our total revenues. We have seen some slight increases over the past 3 years. And so our projections over the next 5 are being based on some slight increases there as well. We do have some other businesses that are coming into town that could heavily impact that number come here in the future. So when those do get finished and we start realizing those revenues coming in, that line could change. But we have to wait and see when those businesses get finished to see when we can start showing those numbers on the forecast. Line 5.05 is your total expenditures line. Expenses have remained steady for the past 3 years. We even are going to see a slight decrease in the current fiscal year. That is due to offsetting on number of general fund costs with some of the grants that we have used, the ESSER funds. And so we will start to see that line gradually start working its way up as ESSER funds and these other grants that we have been given throughout COVID here start going away. So we do see slight increases there, kind of as you see going out to the 5th year. And again, it is a 5-year forecast, which you get past a couple of years, and it's just the best educated guess that we can come up with out there in those last couple of years. Line 6.01 is our revenue over our expenditures. We do project a deficit spending starting not until about fiscal year 25, and it's not a large number, but we will have to monitor that closely, and hopefully we will continue to push that number out as we get closer to that year. And then line 7.02 is our cash balance at the end of the fiscal year, June 30th. You can see even with those deficit spending numbers that we've projected there in 25 and 26, that at the end of the 5-year forecast, we're currently projecting just over $2.6 million that we'll have in our general fund at the end of those 5 years. So those are the numbers, just a few things to go over. You do have the explanation there, our assumptions and notes for revenues and expenditures. But again, this is our best educated guess with the numbers that we have right now from the state and past history. So unless there are any other questions in regards to that, that is what I have for you this evening.
I know we talked about this before. When's Menard's first abatement go on the books?
We got a few more years yet. We extended that from a 10 to a 15-year abatement, so it's still like 3 more years.
24,
Yeah.
25.
Yep.
I'll need a motion for the treasurer's report to approve the minutes from the April 19th, 2022 regular meeting. Financial statements and investments from April. Approve the attached 5-year forecast, which your Smelter just went over for fiscal year 22, May submission. Approve appropriation additions as follows. Supplies and materials, $60,766.76. Capital outlay, $70,383.40. Miscellaneous items, 301.36, totaling $131,451.52. Bond retirement fund, $4,238.91. Permanent improvements, $76,570.95. Public school support, $1,558.06. Student managed activity, $1,695.29. Miscellaneous state grant, $661. ESSER 56,828.06. IDEA Part B grant, $52.90.50. And Title I, $6,661.38. For a total other funds of $153,504.15. Do I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report as presented? By Tim, a second.
I'll second.
Second by Shane. Questions, comments? Roll call, Mr. Smelter?
Chuck,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Katie.
Yes.
Superintendent's report, Ms. Kranek.
Enrollment numbers as of the 13th, May 13th, it was 607. 1 year ago on 5/27/2021, we were at 605. Calamity days. Currently, we have had 5 2-hour delays and 5 closures, so we're in no danger there. The Northwestern Ohio ESC Business Advisory Council meeting minutes from 3/8. They're attached in your packet. And the meeting agenda from May 11th is also in there, part of our Business Advisory Council. And then next year's schedule for the Business Advisory Council, there's 4 dates. September 22, December 13th, 22, March 14th, 23, and May 9th. So those are updated in there. Baccalaureate is Wednesday, the 25th at 7 o'clock here in the auditorium. Graduation for the class of 2022 is May 29th at 2 o'clock. We need to be there at 1 o'clock to line up for the ceremony, which will people line up right out here outside this room. Would like to post a new intervention specialist position, just making you aware, co-teaching for the 2022-23 will either be a kindergarten or grade 1 for North Central Elementary. Plan on getting that posted as soon as possible, so just giving you a heads up. And then the next regular meeting is June 28th at 6:30. That will be our appropriation. One other thing, we've got the summer food program starting June 6th to July 28th here at Pioneer Cromer Park. It's at the Shelter House between 12:15 and 12:45. I believe Travis is going to put that out on our website so that people are aware. It's free meals for kids ages 1 to 18.
Thank you. Principal and athletic director reports. Mr. Mark?
All right, thank you. Good evening, everyone. A few updates from the elementary. Like Anthony mentioned, it's Staff Appreciation Week, the week of May 2nd. A lot of activities going on, from staff lunches to breakfast, gift cards from the board. Thank you for those. Number of parent things going on as well. We had quite a few parents stop in, drop things off to the teachers. That was greatly appreciated. And we had one parent, Jennifer Zuber. I want to thank her tonight. And I know we got a card around, I believe the teachers did as well, but she bought pizza for the staff. That was on that Friday. So it was very nice of Jennifer to do that. Just for all the support for Staff Appreciation Week. Ag or FF Day was Thursday, May 12th. Always a fun and popular day in the elementary. The kids go to various stations. Tracy and her students talk about Ag and FFA. But obviously, we have the animals out there and the students, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, they love seeing the animals. So great day weather-wise, and it's always a popular event in the elementary with the Ag Day on Thursday. Elementary music program, this is coming Thursday for our 4th, 5th, and 6th grade students. Kind of a combo. We have Miss Gillespie with some singing and performing with those students, and also Mr. Ulicky. He will do a 5th and 6th grade band concert. We start at 6, we'll do the music, take a little break, and then we'll get into the band portion of the program. Usually about 45 minutes or so is the program. I talked to Miss Gillespie the other day, and she's fired up. She's always fired up. She's ready to go, and she's so thankful for all the support from the 5th and 6th grade. She said this year the 5th and 6th grade are flying into the program. They're helping her coordinate the program, get songs around. So it's going to be a nice little program again this Thursday at 6, and it's going to be a busy night. We have that going on, and I believe we have a ball game that night as well. Baseball Thursday.
Yep.
So parking is going to be free. Field day, we wrapped up field day last week. Always popular with kids and the staff. Thanks for everyone's support from the teachers. We had high school kids come down and help out. So we got a wonderful field day. The younger kids in grades, we have about 13, 14 stations in the gym. So all the teachers and high school kids help with those stations, and we go outside for water balloon activities, and tug of war. The tug of war is always popular because it's, Mrs. Stewart's first grade versus Mrs. Fiddler's first grade, so they really get into the tug of war and that type of thing. So 5th and 6th grade is a little bit different, more activities outside, but the weather was great. Butch, once again, did a great job getting everything organized, so thanks for his support there. I want to talk about our subs coming into the building. They're always do a wonderful job. I have to occasionally move around co-teachers. Our aides do a wonderful job covering classrooms, and they're always willing, they're always able to step up, and I just appreciate them. Our subs here in the community, our co-teachers and aides that went in and helping out in the classroom, they're very helpful. Also, I want to mention Michelle Action there. Michelle, she was hired maybe around Christmas time as our full-time sub here in the elementary building, but she's so flexible. She'll go from 1st grade one day to the 5th grade, 6th grade, art, music. So she does a wonderful job stepping in and helping out our students. So I want to thank Michelle. We have some classroom activities coming up with regards to short programs. The 1st grade teachers have a little program planned for their families. That's going to be Thursday at 1:30, just a celebration of the end of the school year and all the kids' accomplishments. So that's going to happen at 1:30 this Thursday, as well as Mrs. Fellers, her preschool Young 5, same type of thing. She'll have hers in the classroom that day, welcoming parents in, and just a little program and some activities. And finally, the kindergarten graduation, they have that Tuesday afternoon in the auditoria. Again, just thanking the parents and celebrate the school year. We'll have a little program for the parents and kindergarten graduation. And finally, same with kindergarten, we had kindergarten screening, geez, about 3 weeks ago now. So 47, 48, it was a rather large screener for us. Usually it's about 42, 43. Went well. We tweak things, trying to do things every year. This year we have a little photo booth, picture booth at the end that the parents could get a picture of their son, daughter, that type of thing. Talked to actually Mrs. Waterston about it. We shared some ideas, and Hutch and I shared some ideas, and Becky and Mrs. Renfrew. So it was nice, a good little opportunity just to, it was kind of a national signing day to go to kindergarten here at North Central. So it was cool. I know the parents appreciated it. So we have parents contacted with rosters and classrooms already. So should be good to go for next year's kindergarten. So, any questions for me?
Got a lot of good feedback on the signing and the post on Facebook, and maybe a little bigger pencil next year.
Andy, can I have one more thing about Michelle? Something I think that we see that Andy and the board may not, is if there's ever a day where it doesn't happen often, but where she's not required to stop into her classroom, she's always stopping in and saying, what can I do? Do you need me to help out here? Do you need me to make copies? So she has been a tremendous asset to me, and I know a million other people. So I think that needs to be mentioned as well, because she's one of the hardest working people I think I've seen in a long time.
And she stepped it up big time today on the field trip.
Yeah.
She knew a half hour before,
Mhm.
and she is very organized, and she stepped in Sarah's shoes very well.
Yeah, that was one of those things that I'm calling, texting these guys, hey, shuffle things around, but like Mrs. Reeser said, that today Sarah was sick, big day, and she's, yep, I'll be there, I'll help, we get it organized, and, yep, it was, yep, she did a great job.
She done
Yep.
very well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bank can't be with us. Is she gonna go over anything, or
Nope.
we've got it in our packet?
Yeah, it should be in your packet.
Questions on her? Information to the airports. Move on, our recommendations by the superintendent. Mr. Mickey. Oh, yeah, you. We already had your first thing.
I didn't take it.
Didn't even register, so yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're fine. I just have updates, three quick updates, baseball, softball, and track, so. First of all, baseball finished up the regular season with an overall, I guess we're still small next week, right, Coach Meltzer. But the overall record so far at this point, 13-6. Had a very successful game the other day at Fifth Third Field. They played the Eaton Bombers, and was it 7-2 or 7-3?
7-3.
7-3 was the final score. We had good attendance out there. It was really, really neat to see our boys out playing on a pro field. I swear if Keanu was straight up that hit of left field, I could go over the fence. Anyway, so 13-6, also went 7-0 in the BBC, won the league championship. So it was an awesome year for our baseball team. The tournament game here, like Mr. Moore was talking about on Thursday, like he said, parking's gonna be crazy, but still come out and support. And if you're not here to support the baseball team, head over to Ayersville to support the Tracksters, because they're gonna be running in the district league. Softball, we have finished up with an overall record of 7-11. BBC was 4-3 for a third place finish in the league, so pretty solid year there. As far as track is concerned, we had the BBC League meet the other day. We had two BBC League champions, Cam Laney and Joey Bird. They finished first in high jump for Joey and 300 and for Cam. They'll both be competing tomorrow along with their other track athletes. Looks like they're both seated well with the chance to get out. So we're on those NC runners. The junior high BBC League meet also was last week, I think. I can't remember the exact day, sorry. We didn't have any league champions in junior high, but we had lots of PRs, too many to mention. And a lot of kids showed consistent improvement throughout the year. So really good year for the junior high track program. Really lots of good numbers and lots of fun. Good participation in junior high. We're hoping to get that up to high school, because right now that's our biggest shortcoming with the high school track program, because we have low numbers. Any questions?
Thanks, sir. We'll touch on Mr. Rosenbank's graduation. I know Mr. Yannick said it lineups at what, 1?
Yeah.
That's all the board members are also coming to board entrance here, and we'll meet in this, out in the audit area there. Walk the line when it's going to the gym. Now we get to the recommendations by the superintendent. Proposal for weighted grades. Motion to pass a resolution to approve the proposal for weighted grades, extension and class range. Do we have a motion? Katie, second? Second by Shane. Questions, comments? Roll call?
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Katie,
Yes.
Chuck.
Yes.
Next, we'll get into employments, pending records. I want to take a moment on the agenda. We'll be tabling the following EDs, spring coaching EDs and head coaches until evaluations are complete. Through the EDs, we're going to table first. Table number 16, Lindsay Eckley. 13, Jamie Brown. ED 10, Joshua Hicks. well as ED number 11, Joshua Hicks. Next page, Devin Knopfinger, ED number 18. Sammy Pettit, number 10 and number 11. Aaron Shaw, ED 18. And Scott Thompson, ED 17. So on the consent agenda, we've got employments, Amber Schleicher, junior high school science instructor, 1-year contract, bachelor's with 0 experience. Kristen Tomlin, junior high school math instructor, 1-year contract, bachelor with 1-year experience. Aaron Mullins, custodial 1 and bus driver, 260 days, 40 hours a week. Full-time with benefits as per adopted salary schedule beginning June 1st. Kim Hutchison, van driver. Mila Ford, 1-year contract, Spanish instructor. Lexi Bly, 2-year contract, elementary cross-cat specialist instructor. Amanda Schmidt, 2-year contract, intervention specialist, co-teacher, grade 4. Amanda Doty, 3-year contract, grade 7 through 12, intervention specialist instructor. Amanda Fellers, 3-year contract, preschool pre-K instructor. Chris Fiddler, 3-year contract, high school intervention specialist instructor. Jeff Gilmore, 3-year contract, high school math. Sam Hutchison, 3-year contract, junior high language arts instructor. Patrick Doty, 5-year contract, intervention specialist, co-teacher, grades 5 and 6. Lori Masters, 5-year contract, preschool instructor. Julie Galloway, 1-year contract, preschool educational aide. David Thompson, 1-year contract, bus driver. Cindy Myers, continuing contract, elementary educational aide. Next page, you'll get into the EDs. Gonna be, looks like 11 EDs total. 12 employees. And 1-year supplemental contracts held by classified employees. Medical. So 20 employees and 34 EDs listed. Next, we need to rescind the contract of Aaron Mullins, summer adult custodian, 20 hours or less a week. We need to approve the Northwest Ohio ESC Mentor Program Agreement for services for 22-23. The Northwest Ohio ESC Teacher and Paraprofessional Substitute List dated August 25th. To approve the SWAT Educational Field Trip to Chicago. Specific dates to be determined. I think she's sometime in June. Planning that trip. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Tim, do I have a second? Second by Katie. Questions, comments? Roll call, Mr. Smelter?
Shane,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Katie.
Yes.
Chuck.
Yes.
Tim.
Yes. Move on to our head coaches. First, high school cheerleader advisor, approve a 1-year supplemental contract for Brandy Bailey as the high school cheerleader advisor. varsity JV basketball, ED 33 for the 22-23 school year. Do I have a motion? Moved by Tim, a second.
I will.
Second by Katie. Questions, comments? Roll call?
Anthony,
Yes.
Katie,
Yes.
Chuck,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane.
Yes.
Approve a one-year supplemental contract for Brandy Bailey as high school cheerleader advisor, varsity JV football, ED 34 for the 22-23 school year. Do I have a motion? Moved by Shane, second. I'll second. Questions, comments? Roll call?
Katie,
Yes.
Chuck,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane, Anthony.
Yes. Approve a one-year supplemental contract for Lindsay Eckley as head varsity cross-country coach, ED 21 for the 22-23 school year. Do I have a motion? Moved by Tim. Do I have a second?
Yes.
Second by Chuck. Questions, comments? Roll call?
Chuck.
Yep.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Katie.
Yes.
Approve a one-year supplemental contract for Doug Taylor as the head indoor track coach, ED 49 for the 22-23 school year. Do I have a motion?
I will.
Moved by Chuck, second, Katie.
Sure.
Questions, comments? Roll call?
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Katie,
Yes.
Chuck.
Yes.
The head varsity track coach, we will be tabling that coach until evaluations come in. Boys head varsity basketball coach, approve a one-year supplemental contract for Chris Fiddler as boys head varsity basketball coach, ED 3 for the 22-23 school year. Do I have a motion? Moved by Shane, a second. Second by Tim. Questions, comments? Roll call?
Anthony,
Yes.
Katie,
Yes.
Chuck,
No.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane.
Yes.
Next one, the girls head varsity softball coach. We will be tabling that one until evaluations are in. You approve a one-year supplemental contract for Kim Hutchison as the girls head varsity basketball coach, ED 23 for the 22-23 school year. Do I have a motion?
I will.
Moved by Katie, a second. Second by Shane. Questions, comments? Roll call?
Chuck,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Katie.
Approve a one-year supplemental contract for Stacy Roth as the head varsity volleyball coach, ED 28 for the 22-23 school year. Do I have a motion?
I will.
Moved by Chuck, a second. Second by Jim. Questions, comments? Roll call?
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Katie,
Yes.
Chuck.
Yes.
Boys head varsity baseball coach, we'll be tabling that one until evaluations are complete. Approve a one-year supplemental contract for Eric Smeltzer as the head varsity golf coach, ED 19 for the 22-23 school year. Do I have a motion? Moved by Shane, a second. Second by Katie. Questions, comments? Roll call?
Anthony,
Yes.
Katie,
Yes.
Chuck,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane.
Yes.
Approve a one-year supplemental contract for Scott Thompson as the head varsity football coach, ED 37 for the 22-23 school year. Do I have a motion? By Jim, second. Second by Shane. Questions, comments? Roll call?
Katie,
Yes.
Chuck,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Anthony.
Yes. We'll adjourn into executive session for the purpose of discussing personnel, employment, and negotiations. Do I have a motion to adjourn? by Katie. Second,
Yes.
second by Chuck. Roll call.
Chuck,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Katie.
Yes.
8:43.